In the timeless expanse of the Giza Plateau, where the ancient pyramids pierce the sky and monuments stand as silent sentinels of forgotten eras, the Great Sphinx dominates the landscape, its gaze fixed eternally eastward. Its stoic silence has held countless secrets for millennia. Yet, whispers persisted among those who truly understood its power. Tales of a chilling curse known as the shadow of the Sphinx. This was not a curse of physical harm, but a pervasive psychological torment, born from the creature's silent judgment, slowly unraveling the minds of those deemed unworthy. Our story begins in the early 20th century with Dr. Elias Vance, a brilliant but arrogant Egyptologist, renowned for his daring and often controversial methods. Vance believed himself superior to the ancient beliefs and local superstitions, seeing them as mere obstacles to scientific progress. He was obsessed with the Great Sphinx, not for its wisdom, but for the untold secrets he believed it hid, secrets he was determined to force from its stone lips. He frequently mocked the local reverence for the Sphinx, boasting about his intentions to uncover its deepest mysteries. Vance initiated an unprecedented, aggressive excavation around the Sphinx, pushing his workers relentlessly, often disregarding ancient warnings and disturbing long-untouched areas. He mocked the local guides who spoke of the Sphinx as spirit and its judgment. He even had ancient inscriptions, those that warned against arrogance and disrespect, removed from the surrounding structures, deeming them superstitious clutter. As Vance's work progressed, a subtle unease began to creep into his mind. He found himself waking in the dead of night, plagued by overwhelming sensations of being watched, his thoughts scrutinized. During the day, the Sphinx's gaze, once merely an architectural marvel, seemed to follow him, its stone eyes reflecting a chilling, silent disapproval. His meticulously planned work would inexplicably unravel. Tools would vanish, carefully documented strata would shift, and his intricate notes would become blurred, defying all logic. But the true curse of the shadow of the Sphinx was far more insidious than mere misfortune. It was a psychic burden of inescapable judgment. The Sphinx, as an embodiment of ancient wisdom and divine balance, possessed a passive yet overwhelming power to reflect the internal corruption of those who approached it with hubris and disrespect. Its gaze did not turn flesh to stone, but minds to doubt, then despair, and finally madness. It amplified feelings of unworthiness, making the arrogant confront their own emptiness, slowly stripping them of their confidence and sanity, leaving them hollow shells consumed by self-doubt. Vance, once so confident, found his brilliance turning against him. His theories, once so clear, became muddled. His confidence eroded, replaced by a gnawing paranoia that his every thought was being silently judged. His arrogance exposed. He saw mocking reflections in every polished surface, heard silent accusations in the wind. He tried to ignore it, to dismiss it as exhaustion, but the omnipresent sense of silent condemnation, emanating from the Sphinx, was relentless. He began to argue with unseen forces, shouting at the very air, his sanity fraying under the invisible pressure. His team, increasingly unnerved by his erratic behavior and tormented mutterings, gradually abandoned him, leaving him alone with his escalating madness. In his final days, utterly broken, Vance was found wandering the plateau, speaking incoherent apologies to the silent Sphinx, his mind shattered by the unrelenting burden of its unseen judgment. He perished not from any physical ailment, but from profound mental collapse, consumed by the internal chaos the Sphinx had indirectly caused. The shadow of the Sphinx endures as a chilling cautionary tale in Egyptian lore. It serves as a grim reminder that some ancient powers are not wielded with active malice, but exist as forces of profound balance. To approach them with hubris, to desecrate what is sacred, is to invite a terrifying, psychological curse that forces the arrogant to confront their own unworthiness, leaving them haunted by the inescapable shadow of their own moral failings. The Sphinx remains eternal and silent, its gaze a timeless warning against pride and disrespect. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.